Your mind is a garden full of seeds. Seeds grow, but only if we give them water. Each day you get a choice to choose what you are watering. You're either giving water to the seeds of positivity or you're watering the seeds of negativity. And which seeds you are watering will determine how your life will turn out. Some seeds are given to you by birth, both good and bad. And you probably ask right now, what do you mean with seeds? I'm gonna explain to you. Maybe your dad was always anxious, then while growing up, he possibly passed some of that anxiety onto you, right? And with that, a seed of anxiety is placed within your garden, in your mind, right? So, another example, maybe your mom was always angry, then big chances that she passed some of that anger onto you. And then a seed of anger gets placed into you. But also, same goes for the positive side. We not just get negative seeds, we also get positive seeds. Maybe your mom is a very social person, then she probably also passed some of those seeds onto you. Sometimes we're not aware of the seeds that are within us, but it doesn't mean they're not there. Your whole day could have been good, and then suddenly you hear a song that reminds you about somebody that done something bad to you, and boom, now all of a sudden you're angry. But 5 minutes ago, right, that anger wasn't there, but now you are. And it's just because the seed of anger that is within you that was hidden has been watered, right? You became conscious of it, and that's how it works. The all the experiences that we went through, they get stored within us, and we're not always conscious of those things, but something like that can just happen, and all of a sudden we're sad, all of a sudden we're angry, and that's just because we became conscious of what was dormant within us. And we cannot always help that seeds of anger or sadness are passed down to us, but we can choose what we water, and what we water will determine what will grow within us. And that's why it's so important to live your life carefully and choose what you do for the day. You can choose to go to the gym, or you can choose to smoke weed. One will water the seeds of positivity, and the other will water the seeds of negativity. When we water the positive parts of us, right, it grows, and the negativity within us loses a small bit of power. And this happens over time. But if you choose to water the negativity within you by doing, bad habits and things like that, then the positive part of you will also grow weaker and weaker. That's why it's so important to act with urgency, because your life depends on this. Choose the negativity for too long, and you won't recognize yourself in a couple of years. Nobody want to live a negative life, yet so many people live one. And what I see is, it's always because of one thing. People don't actually know what they want to be. And the people that think that they know what they want to be, oftentimes they don't know it in details. And that's how these situations happen. That's why people choose to water the negativity within them, because if you don't know what you want to be, then what is there to live for? If you know for yourself that success is what you want, and you are really conscious of that, then automatically negativity will, it will seem a bit less attractive, because you know where you want to be. And that's why I really want you to think about who you want to be. What are the habits that that person has? Does that person gets up early, or does that person sleeps in? Is that person social, or does that person stay in his own bubble? Ask yourself those things and really think about those things, and it probably help even more if you write those things down for yourself. You should every day be thinking about who you want to be. When you can answer this question for yourself, then automatically you will know what you need to be doing, because it will become your task to guard your mind for the garden that it is. Make sure that you always water the positive seeds within you, so that the negative seeds will grow weaker and weaker until they eventually have no more power over you. And of course, it will happen that you find yourself angry or sad, but always return back to who you want to be. Know that emotions are just temporary and they will pass, but stick to who you want to be, and don't let the experience of feeling negative now determine who you will be tomorrow. And that's what I see with a lot of people, that negative things overcome them, and because of them not really thinking about the future and thinking about who they want to be, automatically the negative experience will seem so big, when in reality, when you compare it to your goals, those things are nothing, right? Bad things happen to everybody every day, and bad things are not automatically, like catastrophic things, but a bad thing can be you get in a small argument with somebody on the street, and when you don't know who you want to be for yourself, that experience will automatically make you more reactive and more emotional. So that's why it's so important to only take success as an answer, and all the negative emotions that come on your path, they are just temporary things, and you need to experience them in order for them to lose power over you, because you cannot you cannot improve yourself if you don't go through the things that are causing you to not improve right now. That's the thing with all the negative experiences that get built up within you. They cannot just go out of your mind. You first need to filter them. You first need to basically laser over them, so that you can really see them for what they are, and realize that they actually have no power over you. So you maybe need to go through loneliness in order to realize that you only need yourself. You maybe need to go through anger in order to realize that it's you at the end of the day that determines how you feel, and nobody else determines how you feel. Negative emotions will always be part of the journey, and you really need to keep that in mind. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can start growing. There are a lot of people sabotaging themselves because they are fighting with feelings that they feel, and because of that, they eventually end up sad. Because there's a negative cycle, right? Eventually, people become sad because they are feeling sad, and then you will just create more sadness and more sadness. Sometimes you don't know what's going on with you, but you just feel sad, and now you are sad because of you feeling sad right now. And that's that self-fulfilling prophecy. More anger leads to more anger, sadness leads to more sadness. Allow yourself to feel however you need to feel. Have some confidence in yourself that you will solve it. Maybe you won't get the answers immediately, but if you don't grow impatient, you will heal yourself way quicker than you think. My name is Jeraini-san. I hope this video helped you out. Thank you for watching.